I'm Joy Arana. I'm one of the social workers here at Mercer Medical. And so tell me, what brings you to my office today?
I went to the ER room 2 days ago, had shortness of breath at the house, and the doctor recommended that I should come and see you.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the shortness of breath.
I was at home playing with my daughter, and we're horsing around, and I started getting shortness of breath. Never experienced it before, so it was a concern for me, so I decided to check myself into the ER.
Okay, so you were playing with your daughter, and so you were experiencing shortness of breath. Little alarming for you, very unusual. You've never experienced that before. Enough concern that you drove yourself to the emergency room.
Right.
Was there any recommendations by the ER physician?
I just, based on my smoking history, he advised me to come and see you.
Okay, so was there any recommendations that he had mentioned to you that he felt was necessary for?
I should control my smoking or try to manage it.
Okay, so control, manage.
But I'm not here to be lectured by you. Okay, I enjoy smoking.
Of course you enjoy smoking. So tell me a little bit about when you started to smoke. What age were you when you first started to smoke?
Approximately about 20 years.
Okay, so you've been smoking for 20 years, or you started at 20 years?
Same, about that. 21. I started at 21, and I've been smoking for 20 years, so I'm 41.
Okay, so so you've had a long history of smoking, and do you remember why you started to smoke? Was there any specific reasons?
I grew up in a household where both my parents smoke, and it's normal for me to be around that. And my job, I've been at my job for 20 years as well too, financial advisor. And guys at work over there, pretty much all of them smoke. We hang out, off duty too, and it's just a thing to do, I guess. Never really thought
Right,
about
it's
it.
pretty normal for you to be around people that smoke. You grew up in an environment where both your parents smoked, your coworkers smoke, and so for you, it's pretty normal.
Exactly.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your childhood and growing up in a house. Did your parents smoke when you were young, or how long have they been smoking for?
Parents have been smoking for approximately 50 years.
50 years, okay. And so 50 years of smoking for both mom and dad?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your father.
Well, he's no longer here, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He passed about 2 years ago. He lived till about 78. Doctors said it was a coronary heart attack due to smoking history.
Okay, so his long history of smoking led to the heart attack.
Right.
And then his passing.
Right.
Okay, and so how about your mom?
My mom, she's still here, fortunately, but unfortunately, at the same time, she's been diagnosed with COPD for the last 3 years.
Okay, so your mom also has a long history of cigarette smoking, and then some health concerns with the COPD.
Right.
And so for the past 3 years, she's had a diagnosis of COPD. Tell me a little bit more about that.
She has to have an oxygen tank around her 24/7. Her immobility, she's immobile compared to the past. It's sad. It's a sad state.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's literally suffocating to death,
Okay, was there a direct correlation with her cigarette smoking and the COPD?
Yeah, the doctor said that it was because of that,
Okay.
direct link.
Does your mom still smoke?
No, she immediately stopped.
She immediately stopped cold turkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, wouldn't you if you had something and the doctor told you, hey, if you keep doing this, you're going to die? I mean.
Absolutely.
Okay then. All right.
And so how does that work with you told me you had a daughter and your mom has limited mobility and
It's sad because my mom wants to be there all the time, she wants to drive her around, but she can't be under any stress. Driving in this town can be stressful, and I'm not gonna put her in charge of my 2-year-old or scare, for her to drive my 2-year-old around.
So there's
God
some
forbid something.
concerns
There's
with
some concerns.
with mom's limited mobility, the fact that she doesn't
Exactly.
have the oxygen tank, with leaving her with your daughter.
Yeah. She needs to be in a place, my mom, where, say if she was out there, she'd have to have maybe an extra oxygen tank. She might run out. So care for her, supervision's of the utmost importance. So yeah, it's been a life-changing event.
Oh, does your mom live with you, or does she live on her own?
She lives with me.
Oh, okay. So not only does she have limited mobility, she's also very dependent on you.
Exactly.
Okay. And so, are you smoking in the house?
No. I can't because of her.
Okay.
Yeah, I go outside. I used to, but no more.
Okay. And so, tell me some of the things that were helpful, or are helpful to you, smoking cigarettes. What kind of benefits did you get from smoking cigarettes?
It takes the edge off. Makes you feel relaxed. Camaraderie with your other workers, because there's a lot of us that smoke.
Mm-hmm. So some bonding time.
Bonding, yeah. Blowing off steam at the cooler or outside and smoking. Appetite suppression, because I do work long hours sometimes, and sometimes it's kind of hard to go out for a bite. So having a quick cigarette break with a candy bar will kind of stave off the hunger for another couple hours till I get home. Those kind of things,
Okay. Is there any other benefits that you have gotten? It sounds to me like you have, you bond with your coworkers, takes the edge off, suppresses your appetite. Is there anything else that the cigarette smoking does for you in regards to stress or?
That pretty much covers it.
Okay, and so tell me some of the negative consequences that you get from smoking cigarettes. Are there anything that's negative?
It's making me go broke. I mean, have you looked at the price of cigarettes lately? Carton. If you go with me, like if you go like smoke like I do, a pack and a half a day, do the math on that.
So there's some financial issues.
Yeah, the other day, as a matter of fact, would you believe my 2-year-old had mentioned to me that my teeth are yellow and that why does my clothes stink all the time? I mean, having my 2-year-old say that is just kind of shocking.
Children are very perceptive. They're very honest.
Exactly.
And tell me, how'd that make you feel when she had mentioned to you that you're a little stinky and that your teeth are yellow?
A little alarming and shocked at first, but I mean, 2-year-olds are very observant. They're not going to hold anything back, so.
Were you concerned with the fact that she observes you smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, because I don't want her following my footsteps, and I'm kind of being a bad role model at the same time
Okay, so you have some negative things. You have clothes that don't smell well, and some yellow teeth, and so it seems to me that. There's some negative consequences to smoking cigarettes, and there's some positive consequences for you smoking cigarettes. I want to talk a little bit about, if you've ever tried to quit smoking at any point in your life. Has that ever been?
Yeah, I mentioned a few minutes ago that when my dad passed 2 years ago, I was really upset and saddened by the whole case. That I quit cold turkey. I grabbed the bull by the horns. I'm like, I'm done with this. This is why my dad died. I don't want it,
And you quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
Okay. How was that for you? And how long did it last?
It was tough. I mean, I didn't have a plan going into it. Immediately, the next few hours, I was craving it and thinking about it, and it didn't last that long.
So it was pretty difficult for you to quit?
Yes.
Okay. And so, were there anything that when you were quitting that you felt that was positive about it?
Well, I did feel like I had more energy,
Even in the short term duration that you did try to quit?
Even for those 3 days, I would recall immediately, it was kind of weird,
Okay, that's very interesting. So you did have some benefit from quitting smoking, even though it might have been a little difficult for you to quit smoking.
Right.
Okay, and so I want to ask you a question. What would happen if you continued to smoke?
What do you think would happen? I mean, I'd end up like my dad, Case in point. I mean, I don't want that to to be me. So.
Okay, so that really affected you,
Yeah.
the passing of your father, and it was directly related to the smoking, and so that has deeply affected you. Has that evoked any stimulation to change?
It did at that point. Like I said, it only lasted 3 days, and I got caught into the whole life thing, and stress came back on, and well, stress was always there, and I just said, screw it. If it's meant to be, we all gotta die someday, right? So whatever.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
that was my attitude,
so I see that you can have a very, laid back way of thinking about the smoking, but I also hear that you have some real concerns with your health in the future. And so tell me, what would happen if you did try to quit smoking? How do you think that would benefit your life?
It saved me money, and I'd obviously be around for my family more. And I would think I would feel more energized, I guess, in the long term, and health-wise, it would be more beneficial.
Beneficial, and maybe would kind of change the modeling for your daughter.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, and so so you told me that you quit cold turkey, and during that time, I'm curious if there was any options for you at that time with maybe smoking cessation classes or treatment or medication help.
Medication help, huh?
Yeah.
Is there medication?
There is.
Really?
I know you've quit a couple years ago, but currently we have some medication on the market that can actually assist you with decreasing your cigarette smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So there's medication that you can take while you're smoking. There's medication that can help you harm reduction, so help you decrease your smoking. And there's medication that can help you if you decide to go cold turkey and kind of wean yourself that way. There's also treatment plans that we can provide for you here. And so that's my next question to you. With all that was said, what would you like to get out of the sessions that you're here with me? What is your take on coming here to see me?
I take it day by day, and I guess I'm willing to try anything. I mean, what do you suggest?
Well, it's actually up to you. There's several ways that we can kind of create a treatment plan for you, and there are several ways we can go about doing it. And really, it depends on how you want to kind of center your treatment plan. If you are seeking to...
Well, I know that quitting cold turkey doesn't work. That's for damn sure. So I'm not, obviously, I know you wouldn't recommend that, so.
Well, I don't recommend anything to you. I actually would like you to be part of your treatment plan, and I can give you several different options together.
What are my options?
So we'll do 3 options today, and we'll formulate a treatment plan for you. One with medication and smoking cessation classes that can support you as you're decreasing the cigarette smoke. The second one is smoking cessation classes without medication, where you could just get that extra support, almost like a sponsor to help you eliminate some of those times where you go out with your coworkers and maybe put something else in place.
Kind of like have a buddy on call just in case I'm going through any cravings or anything.
Right. And then also increasing, you had mentioned before that you like to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And so you told me that it feels good when you exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And so increasing the amount of exercise, decreasing the amount of cigarettes, so we kind of balance that off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one would be, using the nicotine gum or the nicotine patches, along with the smoking cessation in order to
Smoking cessation classes. How long are they?
So they're really convenient. So we can do smoking sensations. I have a few of them. I actually teach them myself. We have them here at the hospital.
I'll tell you right now, that's not going to work because I got a real busy schedule. So anything that takes me out of the work office, can't do it.
Okay, and so there's the options of coming to my smoking cessation group, which you just told me is not an option for you. The second option is actually having an online buddy to help you with our online program. And so our online program you can log in anytime you want. You can get the assistance you need just online.
Okay.
And viewing some of the material online, it's actually a curriculum that you can follow online, and when you come see me next week, you can show me the curriculum and your homework that you've done.
Okay.
And then we'll go over all of that. Does that sound like
Yeah, I'm
something that
sold.
would be
Let's do
good?
option 2. Option 2 sounds good.
Okay, so that's great. I'm glad that you have seen option 2 and that you are considering it. Mr. Smith, I will see you at the same time next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.